Fae Farm launches this Friday, and there's no doubt in my mind that you'll have a blast with this game, but there are a few things it took me a minute to figure out, so I'm sharing my best tips and advice so you can get straight to the fun. The character creation in Fae Farm is pretty awesome and doesn't take too long to get through, but if you do want to change something later, all you have to do is craft the customization mirror, place it inside or outside and click on it. You can also use the escape menu to change your outfit. Ooh, and you can make your eyes different colours. Planting, watering and harvesting are all done with a simple left click, but that does mean sometimes you'll harvest when you mean to water and vice versa. This isn't so much a problem with crops, but it does mean you'll have to be extra careful with your flowers. Flowers won't reproduce unless they're fully bloomed, so to breed them you need to grow 2 or more flowers of different colours, leave spaces for new seeds to sprout and don't pick the flowers. Every tool in the game has a special ability once you've upgraded to the iron version. The watering can has a limited capacity but can be filled at the nearby well, and once you've upgraded to the iron watering can, you'll be able to water 9 crops at once. A couple of things to note about this. Firstly, to determine which 9 crops you water, place the cursor over the middle crop. You'll see a little box around it. Then press and hold F and that crop and its surrounding crops will be watered. Second, it won't work if the crop you hover over is fully grown. It took me way too long to figure that out. At the end of each season, all your crops will die. This is a bit odd since the only crops you can plant at the beginning can be grown all year round, so it took me by surprise a little bit. This is where your iron size special ability comes in. In the same way you water multiple crops with the iron watering can, hover your cursor over a crop and hold down the F key to remove 9 dead crops at once. This also works when cutting wild grass. Once you've upgraded to the iron axe, you'll unlock its special ability. Simply stand next to a tree and hold F to bring it down in one fell swoop. The iron pickaxe has a similar ability. Hold down F to clear multiple rocks at once. Remember to hover your cursor over the middle rock to determine which rocks will be destroyed. Finally, the iron shovel does the same thing with digging. All of these special abilities use up mana, so you might want to stock up on mana potions or just be choosy about when to use the special abilities. Gather the resources to make the crafting stations ASAP. You'll need quite a few of them to complete the main story quest, and they're useful for making money too. Crafting stations automatically use items from both your inventory and your storage shed, so you won't need to manually transfer over the items you need. This is such a small thing, but I love it. Once you've crafted the seed making station, you'll be able to convert harvested crops into seeds, which will save you a ton of money while still leaving plenty of crops to sell. Fae Farm doesn't have a mini-map, but you can track NPCs to find them. On the map, click on the area they're in and click their name, then you'll get a little picture of them to follow. The map also tells you which characters have quests for you. Some areas of the world will be inaccessible to you at first, but as you progress in the main story you'll unlock spells that will let you remove obstacles. So although you can play the main story at whatever pace you like, keep in mind that in order to see everything you'll have to complete the main quests. Fae Farm has a fast travel system. Around the world you'll find several of these portals. If you craft the appropriate seal using the seal crafting station, you can unlock each portal, enabling fast travel. You'll also find these portals in the mines. Each floor has a portal and you have to use seals to unlock each one in order. If you don't do this, you can still progress to the bottom of the mine, but it will be much more tricky as you won't be able to teleport to the lower floors. Don't waste time and resources crafting loads and loads of each seal type. I did this at first and ended up with leftovers that I didn't have a use for. Instead, check which seals you need, writing it down as you go, and then gather the resources and craft them. There's no need to worry about leaving the mines before bedtime, as there's no penalty for passing out due to time or low health. You'll simply find yourself back outside the mines. Stock up on food before you go to the mines, but remember your backpack slots are limited, so try and stick to one type of food. You can cook food you forage like arugula, that's rocket to us UK folk, and mushrooms, but I took to cooking up all the eggs my chickoos produced. Fishing can be a bit of a pain in farming sims, but I really enjoy fishing in Fae Farm. Here's a couple of tips to help you out. Firstly, you'll need to get the fish's attention by wiggling your lure, otherwise you'll be waiting a really long time for nothing to happen. When the fish comes near you, wiggle the lure, and once they start to pay attention, wiggle it again and then they'll bite. Once they do bite, you'll need to reel them in by holding down the left mouse button. If the fish tries to get away, release the button, but keep doing short clicks to encourage the fish to come back towards you. Some fish are easier to catch than others, and at times it may feel like they're not getting much closer, but persevere and eventually you will catch them. Don't sell your bugs, you'll need them to gather potion ingredients. And above all, do not make the mistake I made and sell a queen bee. Queen bees are rare and you'll need them to craft 2 machines, so if you catch one, do not sell it. You can craft a lure to get your animals to gather in one space. This makes them easy to find and stops them getting in the way when you're farming. Your animals start settling down to sleep at 7 PM on the in-game clock, and once they start heading to bed you can no longer interact with them, so make sure you get your milking, shearing, brushing and petting done before then. Shops, on the other hand, are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you'll not need to wait until morning to buy those cauliflower seeds that you desperately need. You can only sell things individually. That means if you have 7 turnips, they will take up 7 slots on your produce stand. However, as well as the 8 slots on your produce stand, you can also use each of the 4 tables in the marketplace, which each have another 8 slots, so you have 32 slots in total. And later on, you can unlock more produce stands. There are 4 farms to unlock in Fae Farm, and each one comes with its own house, meaning we can decorate 4 houses. However, the storage sheds which come with each farm will all contain the same items. The good news is that the shed doesn't have a storage limit. Well, it does, but it's like 999,999, so it's virtually unlimited. Speaking of decorating, there are 2 types of decor you can craft in the game. The standard decor can be placed inside or outside, although you can only place items within the gridded area of your farm. Cozy items, however, can only be placed inside. You'll find those on a separate tab, so it's easy to tell which items are indoor only. If you don't need a crafted item anymore, you can reclaim it to get back the materials you used to craft it. There are some really cool rug patterns to find, but they're tiled the same way paths are tiled, so you'll need to craft several of the same rug to make a bigger pattern. I'm obsessed with this bat rug. There are in-game festivals like the Hook and Line Festival where you can get exclusive items such as furniture, wallpaper and outfits. To make a little bit of extra money, you can complete shipping contracts. You'll find them on this board on the docks. You can save and quit at any time from the escape menu. When you load back into the game, you'll be in the same place and time. You won't be sent back to the start of that day. There are 5 different types of quests: story quests, side quests, job quests, romance quests and friendship quests. In some areas of the world you'll find this noxious leaking gas called miasma. Don't stand idly in the miasma to see what happens. This is what happens. You don't lose anything though. So there it is, my 40 tips to help you get started in Fae Farm, but if you have any more questions, please ask away in the comments, and if I can't answer them myself, I'll find someone who can. If you haven't pre-ordered Fae Farm yet, you'll find my sales link to buy on all platforms in the description. I won't get paid if you use my link, but I might get more opportunities to review amazing games like this in the future. Massive thanks to Phoenix Labs for gifting me the game for review, and massive thanks to you for watching. I'll see you again soon.